Hi Year 6. So today we're now moving on to do an artist copy. One way to study art is to actually copy how the artist made it. So we're going to focus on 4 different ones. Obviously you're not going to draw all 4. What you will do is you'll pick the one that you most like and you're going to draw that one into your Art and DT workbook. Please just use 1 page, but please really try to fill the page. Please don't just draw it in a corner or on half the page. We do want to make a bit of impact with every single art piece that we do, even within our sketchbooks. There are 4 to choose from, but if you do find another pop piece of work that you would like to draw, then please do, but just make sure that it is actually done by the artist. There's a lot of copies and adaptations, especially online, made by people, kind of like at college or university. So if you do pick something different, please double check it's definitely made by Andy Warhol or Lichtenstein. If you're worried, just please use one of the 4 that are attached to the Word document. And as I said on there, if you need a larger image, please just copy the details of that image and go into the internet and you can find the same image but in a larger format to help you draw it. I'm going to work on the Campbell Soup Can today, and I'm just going to take you through the stages of how I draw it out. So here is my layout page. Now you can see I do sketchy lines, it's just my style, and it just helped me to gauge how big to make the work. You can see my top circle up here was too small, so I've enlarged it. The sides then I thought were too small, and actually I can see here this circle needs to go a bit bigger. I've enlarged the sides quite a few times. I've put in where the sticker is, and then I've added in also the base here. I just noticed as well there's a bit of a curve at the top here from the top of the soup can. So I'll just make a few adaptations, but that's the best way to start it. You can see that's the bottom of my page here. There's about 2 inches and there's an inch at the top, so it's just about filling the page and it's just about in the centre. So here is my outlines of my Campbell Soup Can. There's a few things I noticed when I was working on this. I had to put in a little curved line here to emphasise the curve of the tin, because the letters actually aren't straight, they're slightly curved. Same here, and I've also got to add in some details as well as the label. Now I'm aware this is taking me a while, so please don't worry, you don't have to add colour to these if you don't have the time. If you do, that's great, and it might depend on what you're drawing. But I think I'm going to focus this one on just a pencil drawing. I might add a bit of fine liner to go around the outlines of the letters. I'll see how it develops, but just use the hour. Please don't feel like you have to work over the time, because the aim is just to do what we can in the time we're given. So I've just gone around this in fine liner, and I'm actually really liking how it looks. I know it's not a perfect copy to the original. I might add a bit of colour just to finish off at the end as well. But the main aim really for this lesson is to observe and to get everything as best you can in the right place. Like I have made some mistakes. Like this should not be like this, have a funny corner. It should be smooth, but that's what happens when you use fine liner. Some of the letters here, like there shouldn't be a little line in between these bits here. But generally, you can see it's the Campbell Soup Can, and I'm just now going to add on a bit of colour and do a bit of finishing off, and then I'll show you at the end. There you go, Year 6. So here's my finished artist copy. So I have had to adapt a few times. If you have a look here, this sticker was supposed to be like a light brown, didn't have a light brown pencil. So I've done a bit of blending there. Same here. My red isn't a bright red, it's kind of more of an orangey red, but still gives the effect. And then I've also used pencil here to add in the shading. What I have to say I'm glad I did is use the black fine liner for all the details, which gave me a bit of a guide when colouring in. If I had used felt tip pens, the fine liner might have bled a bit, so just be aware of that. If you're going to do a similar technique, you can use a fine liner to help you with the details and make them stand out. Felt tips, because they're wet, they can make the fine liner bleed as well, so just be aware of that. But please, again, I set this as an assignment, so please upload your finished artwork, and I really look forward to seeing what you have done. Enjoy.